Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. In our previous video, we have covered what is a supplier. We saw its syntax and application, and we saw some of the examples where we can use supplier effectively. In case you have missed it, click on the I button mentioned on the top of your screen. So coming back to this video, in this video, we'll cover some of the default and static methods that are present inside the supplier. We'll see what is the difference between predicate function, consumer and supplier, and where we should use which interface. So before wasting any time, let's get started. So other than the abstract method get, supplier does not contain any default and static method. That is, there are no default methods and there are no static methods in the supplier interface. And since there are no default methods in the supplier interface, there is no such concept of supplier chaining or supplier joining. Now let's look at some of the differences between predicate, function, consumer, and supplier. So, whenever there is a requirement to perform some conditional check, we should choose a predicate. Whenever there is a requirement to perform some operation and return some value as an output, we should choose function. Whenever there is a requirement to consume some input, perform some action, and does not return any value, then we should choose consumer. Whenever there is a requirement to perform some operation but does not take any input value, then you should go for supplier. A predicate can take only one type of parameter which will act as the input parameter for the predicate. So predicate is written as predicate of t. When it comes to function, it can take two parameters, out of which first one will be the input parameter and second one will be the return type. So function is defined as function t, r. Then a consumer can take one type of parameter which will serve as the input parameter to the consumer. When it comes to supplier, supplier cannot take any parameter, but it can supply some value. So a supplier is defined as supplier of R. The abstract method for predicate is test. The abstract method for function is apply. The abstract method for consumer is accept, and the abstract method for supplier is get. So the method signature for predicate is boolean test t, t. Then for a function, the abstract method apply is defined as r apply t. For a consumer, the abstract method accept is defined as void accept t. And for a supplier, the abstract method get is written as r get. Return type in case of predicate is always boolean. For function, it is configurable, that is, it can return any type. For consumer, return type is always void. For a supplier, again the return type is configurable, it can return any type. The default methods that are present inside a predicate are negate, and or. Then for a function, the default methods are end, then, and compose. For a consumer, the default methods are end, then, and for a supplier, there are no default methods. Static methods that is present in the predicate is equal. Static method that is present in function is identity, while there are no static methods in consumer and there are no static methods in the supplier. So I hope now you have understood the supplier functional interface, where you should use it, and what are the default and static methods in the supplier, and what is the concept of supplier chaining. That is, there is no concept of supplier chaining. In our upcoming video, we will learn about how we can use the predefined functional interfaces with primitive types. I hope you like this video, so hit the like button, share and subscribe to our channel. If you have any doubts, do connect us with the comment section. Stay tuned for yet another videos on Java 8. Till then, take care, bye bye and thank you for watching.